am in the middle of making the apple ginger jelly that is in this book right here. I've made it before. It is absolutely superb. However, this year I'm making it, I have a freeze dryer. So this stuff, this pulp, this apple ginger pulp is not going to go to the chickens. They have enough apples right now. They do not want any more. They're like literally revolting. They're like, let the possums and the raccoons handle it. We don't want it anymore. They're like highfalutin. So I have let this strain. Did you see that? I have let this strain for 2.5 hours. I am going to fish it out of the jelly bag, put it on the tray, slather it all down, put it in the freezer, freeze it, and we'll have to check and see what it's like freeze-dried. I'm hoping I can keep this all into one video. I'm just gonna let you guys all know. My phone is filling up fast. I need to download everything and restart my TikTok app. And I am having to just like do massive uploads because I'm running out of storage space fast. So let me get with this and we'll see how much if I can hold out to get the freeze dryer load started. I got apples in there right now. I got apples in there right now. I think I need to concentrate. A good question would be, why am I doing this? Like, why are you doing that? Because I could make this into a powder. It's got apple and ginger flavoring in it. And if I made it into a powder, or if I crunched it up and put it in tea bags, could I make an apple ginger infused tea? Like, that's my thought. Could I mix it up into a powder and use it to make crackers with? Thinking outside the box and not letting anything go to waste. This is what it looks like before it goes in the freezer to freeze, before it goes into the freeze dryer. Take a good look at that. It's just pureed apples. It's like applesauce, really, really thick applesauce, but it smells amazing. It is, I have things to do today, but it is right there, and I'm going to add more time to it because I want to go work out, and then we're going to come back and take care of this. So I'll be back, but it's ready. And it just came out of the freeze dryer. Look at that, you guys. Look at that. That is apple ginger jelly pulp. And this right here is apple blueberry pulp. So I saved the pulp from some apple blueberry pie filling that I made, and that's what that's like. So I'm gonna get to packing this up. When I come back really quick, then I will start making it into a powder. The interesting thing about a freeze dryer is it never goes on the appropriate time. Like, it's the middle. I left it in overnight because I didn't want to deal with it that night and it needed just a few more hours, and I'm not staying up. Well, this morning I have something I have to go to. Like, I'm not going to skip church because of a freeze dryer. So I'm just going to throw it in bags, and the freeze dryer timing works for me. I make it work on my time. I'm not making it, I'm not working and waiting for it. Does that make any sense? Yeah, in my brain it did. So I'm going to package this all up. I actually have 2 things right here. You'll see the other video coming. And then when I get home from my event tomorrow, probably, I will puree it up, powder it up. I will powder it up. There you go. We are back. It has been several days. That is the beauty of when you have the freeze dryer and it is coming close. If you put the 24-hour extra dry time on, when it detects that it's done, you don't have to worry about it. You just go in whenever you have the time within that 24-hour period. You check it, you start weighing it, and when you feel it's done, then you remove it. Now, you'll get very good at figuring out when it's done just by trial and error. So there is no magic to that. Here's the double kicker. When it's done, and you again don't have time because we all lead very busy lives, throw it in half-gallon mason jars, suck all the air out of it, and it will wait until you come back and you have time to do it. It's not long-term wait, it's short-term wait. So it has been literally less than 24 hours. We're going to start making it into a powder and long-term storing it. Let's get going. This one is my blueberry apple mixture, and this one is my apple ginger mixture, and this is my immersion blender with all of the attachments. I got this from Costco. It is absolutely amazing. So what I am going to do is open this up. And I'm just going to start pouring. I have very clean hands that are very thoroughly dry. You want absolutely, I don't even let anybody run the faucet water when I am doing this. I live in a humid enough place. I don't need any more moisture in the air. So I'm going to fill it full of the powder. Really, it's just, right? It's styrofoamy. So I'm going to fill it full of powder, put the lid on it, put this guy on. And until it's in powder form. There you go. And then I'm going to start putting it in these pint jars. Oh, this one had something on it. I'll put it in this pint jar. And I'll just keep working in sections until we get them all done. And here you go. It makes an entire quart of fruit powder, one of those whole trays, all that leftover pulp, which is just slightly under 4 cups. So I put them in 2 quarts containers so I can open them up and use them individually. Now, here's the deal. When you powder this stuff, the dust is everywhere and it coats all of your utensils. It literally coats everything with the fine dust, and that dust is flavor. So you have to wash all of your utensils and let them thoroughly dry, like massively thoroughly dry, before you can start your next batch. So I've got everything over here drying. I've got these I'm gonna label and stick on a shelf, and then we'll start playing with these at some point in time. What am I gonna use this for? I'm thinking flavoring crackers, flavoring fruit smoothies, tea. There's no reason why when I make a cup of tea, I can't add this to my tea bags. I'm also thinking breads, anything that I want a little bit of apple ginger flavor to, or in this case, blueberry apple flavoring to. I think it would make a really great pairing with sauces, or even just yogurts, putting them in yogurts to see what it tastes like. Or crackers or breads, right? I'm just thinking outside of the it's raining again. I'm just thinking outside of the box. Like whoever puts us in a box. We're not box people, right? We're not box people. There you go. Have a great day, you guys. Now, if you're going to long-term storage this, you're going to remove the oxygen with your food saver and the little contraption that goes on top of the lids, but you're also going to stick an O2 absorber in there for long-term food storage, O2 absorber and the food saver, because the food saver only removes 70% of the oxygen. It doesn't remove everything out, all the rest of the oxygen. There you go. Now you know what I know.